So
Well, thinking if you're taking a look at why these players are playing Matari, the ability to get out of the way of having a second way to get out of these Viper ultimates as well, or maybe even the Tessa, could be why these players are running it, but I'm not too sure right now, as we are actually going to flip into the gameplay already, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Alliance picking up a couple of kills right off the bat here onto EWG, and it looks like they're going to fully wipe EWG out right off the rip here. They are going to have their respawns, ladies and gentlemen, so don't worry if you are an EWG fan. We are going to see them coming back into this game as we're flipping back over to, we're going to see OUG and Bauda getting active right at the start of this game here. We're going to see Yiran trying to make some plays with the purple fan in hand. OUG's U going to get pulled back. Bane going to be dropped for Bauda as well. OUG trying to get out of there as fast as possible. Don't want to get caught up fighting in the Bane. It is definitely a risky play. OUG's SS going to invest that ultimate and the F ability to be able to get out of there pretty quickly. Still going to try and put a lot of pressure on Yiran. Able to get one charged LMB off with the fan, dealing a decent amount of damage onto SS, but they're able to get out of there pretty quickly, out of the range of the Bane's Breath, as well as SS going to try and make a play on the back. Does have an armor advantage here. We're going to see Yiran knocking everybody back. Huge F3 there. OUG's the king. Going to get taken very low, and now SS trying to back off using that F ability, but you getting dangerously low as well is going to go down, and Bauda picking up one kill already. OUG's SS trying to go for a bit of a reset here, as well as the king. Going to throw the blue out and getting parried pretty fast, as the one remaining member of OUG is going to try and just play their life, get out of there. Not wanting to lose that purple armor, it could be very useful for their scale later on into this game. So they are going to keep that there as we are flipping back over closer to the Imperial Village, where GG and TE are facing off with a bit of range shots coming through. Han trying to get active onto CJS. CJS down in the bottom, clanking off of all of these players. Tries to go for a parry, is not going to be able to connect there, as these players are just trying to hold on the outside. Gonna be scale rushing in here, but we do not see them trying to enter, but the ultimate's gonna come out here from TE, as the Wu Chen port is going to bring Team GG to safety.
indeed it is. So many Moonbanes going down in Metab as well. That was kind of crazy. That place, it is just grief city, in my opinion. You just get absolutely cooked in that big room at the bottom of that area. It's very hard to escape from. But taking a look off the rip, we did have quite a bit of fighting to start it off, but now it's started to slow down a little bit. Not too much aggression happening. A lot of these teams having already used their rebirths, now being forced to go out into the wild and try and find themselves some loot. Oh my lord, the gold pole sword already onto KLA. That's crazy. What? That's actually crazy. They must have gone to the podium and gotten themselves that Morris from the puzzle, gotten themselves the golden pole sword. Very nice for an early game Zai. Zai is going to be doing a lot of damage off the rip. You know, as Zai's ultimate scales up off of your weapon rarity, having a gold weapon early on is just absolutely huge. It looks as though they're trying to make their way over to this area. They may have spotted out Alliance. Not too sure. Got Bauda over by the Thorny Roller. Not the best loot, but they got purple weapons. Surprisingly enough, quite a few players have purple weapons right now. 2 players of Bauda having purple weapons is kind of insane, as they recently changed it so that now you cannot get anything above blue rarity out of normal troves. So the normal troves that you find on the ground, the normal stashes, the blue ones, cannot drop anything above blue rarity. But if you find a golden trove, a golden stash, then you can get things of purple rarity. So I don't know, you have to be pretty damn lucky, if I might say so. But J Team here, they're definitely looking to scale up into this end game on this composition. It's not looking too good for them at the moment, but they do have plenty of time left. OUG looting up as well. Very quiet early game. They had that initial bit of action. Oh, as I say that, J Team, they found themselves at odds with Alliance. F3 coming out from the Yueshan. Interesting choice for the F3. We have seen it quite a bit on the Cannibal comp, but not on the traditional Transformers, but it's still being useful. Both of these monks have used their ultimate. Trying to find some grabs. Bo going for those right clicks, trying to find them, but unfortunately not able to find anything so far. The parry coming through from Revenge onto Ice, though. Beautiful parry now, forcing out that Yueshan ultimate and the Karumi ultimate as well. Now Alliance are just going to be able to disengage somewhat, try and buy themselves a little bit of time, and try and waste the timer on these ultimates. Lane having that Yueshan ult ready to go at a moment's notice. They're going to be at an advantage as long as they don't lose a member or lose all that much effective health in the meantime. And here it is, the call from J-Team has been done. We need to disengage, boys. We need to get out of here. They're going to have ult advantage on us. And here it is, Lane's jumping in, trying to chase him down, and here's the ultimate coming through. They have 2 ults. The enemy team has none. Yueshan trying to find the slams inside this area. Can be difficult if they make it to the roof, but it's not going to be enough. ZYI is going to be taken down alongside Lee, alongside his Tianhai teammate. Thankfully, Yueshan has been able to make it out alive, but that is going to be a rough recovery for J-Team if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, very unfortunate to see J-Team going out so early. They were on the back foot at the start of that fight, ended up ulting a little bit early with that Yueshan and the Karumi ults, giving the other team, Alliance, a very huge advantage into that fight. Just absolutely phenomenal play from Alliance, so to capitalize on the fact that they didn't have their ults. Ooh, Assassin's Lunge coming up from SS twice in a row there. It's going to pop that F1, taking out one member of TE, but they are going to end up porting out with the Wu-Chen ultimate to save face and try and get that res off. It looks like they got Han up, as we are going to see another ultimate coming out from OUGZU. That F3 is going to come in, and TE's LYD is going to go down, even though they had that tether onto them from TE's Tessa. It is going to be very difficult for them to be able to come back. Huge parry from you to be able to capitalize and come away with the eliminations on to the rest of Team TE. They do still have the resurrections though, so they will be coming back into this game. Unlike J-Team, who only have their Yueshan left, it is going to be difficult for them to try and buy back the rest of their players, but like we say in Naraka, anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. As we are nearing the end of Circle 1, closing onto Circle number 2, these Realm of Yangs and Morrises are going to be popping up in and around the map, as we are seeing a Draco Storm buff coming up by the Morris closer to that northwestern side, or northeastern, sorry, side of the map.
Yes, indeed. Jiaonan, XCG. Not sure if they're looking to go for the Spirit Well or for the Realm of Yang, as both of them are spawning right on top of each other. But one thing that we've definitely started noticing is that a lot of teams are being very hesitant to go into these Realms of Yang, as now you cannot store Soul Blooms. You can't leave a team's worth of Soul Blooms just lying around at the beginning of the game, and then if you lose your Realm of Yang, go back and pick them up, as now they have a 2-minute timer on them. And they'll definitely have expired by the time that you want to pick them up. So yeah, it's a big risk. But if you're going to be going to the Realm of Yang, Transformers is a pretty solid team to be going into it with. We've got JL, VVV, TXJ, and Wanfeng on this Transformers variation with the Tumulk instead of the Yueshan. Fang using that ultimate, VVV getting chunked down. Xiao, though, extremely low, forced to use that zipping ultimate and the Tumulk. All 3 ultimates being popped by WBG. It's not looking too good for them, considering... Oh my god, what a beautiful grab coming out from Baige. Gonna get the slam. Unfortunately, not all that much follow-up coming through, as it's mitigated by that Furin Blast from Baige. Now the Monk is out of the ultimate. The Takeda still has 1 blast left. He uses it, but now it's just a neutral fight for them. Whereas JL have 2 ultimates available. There it is. The Tumulk ult coming out now. And the Karumi ult as well. Baige is going to get stuck inside the wall. He gets pushed out, though. Krumi ult does get relocated. They do have the zipping ult back up and running, and VVV has been taken down. It's been turned on its head. One Fang as well is going to be taken down. WBG have somehow turned this fight when they were at such a huge disadvantage. 2 ults that the enemy team had on them, and yet they still make it work. And now, I mean, it's a 1v3 situation. TXJ has no chance. And it's over. That's insane, Seb.
Wow.
WBG coming in clutch.
The stone form lock at the end there to secure that final kill. Absolutely phenomenal. And one thing I noticed in that fight, Sleepwalker doing a really good job of clanking that pole sword as his teammate was going to get slammed to the ground. We did see he tries to go for that follow-up after the slam from the monk. He tries to go and follow the damage up from the slam with a pole sword slash, but Sleepwalker did a great job at clanking the pole sword, so the follow-up damage didn't come through, and the Takeda was able to reposition, get that Furin off, and give them a huge advantage into this fight. Flipping back around to WBG, we are going to see them going off against Team OUG, fresh out of the Realm of Yang. They do have the Vermilion's Birdmite buff, giving them a second chance at respawning into this fight if they do end up losing this fight. So they are going to try and hyper aggro onto this. OUG's U getting a huge parry, but Baiji getting saved by the Tumulch ultimate, as OUG's U is going to be the first of their team to go down as they scale outside of the no ult zone. They try to go for the overhold on the spear, is going to be able to connect. Trying to back off, the clank is going to come out. Assassin's Lunge from SS putting in some huge damage onto Sleepwalker. Mortal Defiance is going to come out from that Z-Ping ultimate as they have 1 health remaining on OUG's The King. The Tessa ultimate is going to come out from SS to be able to peel just a little bit longer. Sleepwalker is going to end up going down though. SS coming back around, but is going to end up getting parried as 5-2-1 coming in on the third party here. Sleepwalker is going to go down, but Unique is going to be the one to pick up the kill. And WBG in a very sticky situation now. They do have the Vermilion's Birdmite, so they will be able to respawn, but they are going to end up going out.
Indeed, they are. A beautiful third party coming out from 5-1, netting them a few cheeky kills, taking them up to 4 eliminations. And Alliance, oh, looking at the scoreboard though, just quickly, Alliance have been fully eliminated from this lobby already. So has XCG, unfortunately. TE looking to jump in here. 5-1 immediately using that Wu Chen port. They do have the V1, as I suspected earlier. Unique gets caught up by the stun, and TE is gonna take one of them down. LYD, they're going back into the zone to see if they can find any more players. They're just going to be looking for the loot up. Lots of loot to be had for this team. Over here in the north, the northwest, JL. Looks as though they lost their teammate. They after the Realm of Yang, they let one of their teammates let their teammates die, or they only got 2 soul blooms and one of them died. VVV, I imagine, and they picked up a rebirth charm from the shop and have now managed to bring him back to life, thankfully for them. We got the quick replay here. OUG engaging onto XCG here. XCG, this was the start of that huge third-party situation that we just saw. The Draco Storm coming in. Those Assassin's Lunges. Taking a look now at KLA. They've only managed to pick up 3 eliminations, but they are looking pretty stacked. 2 players with that golden weapon is going to be huge for them. And they're posturing to go into this second Realm of Yang already. This game has gone by so quickly, it feels like. We're going into the second Realm of Yang already. Got a bit of a potential engagement up in the north. 5-1 with EWG here. Yin getting bursted down. Literally just exploded. EWG ready to pull the trigger and absolutely obliterate Yin here. Unfortunately, 5-1 is now going to have to fully disengage. I think that's now they're now down to their last player remaining. Only 1 player left alive on 5-1. Unfortunate for them. And they're one of the teams that is on that threshold. They're currently in 12th place. and they need to try and get quite a few more points if they want to qualify into the bi-weekly final.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate to get caught sleeping like that. They didn't notice the bush, the surprise attack, picking up one player, and the the surprise attack when you're getting into these fights, you're often not going to be thinking 100% straight, and your mental's a little bit off. He allows those 1.0s to connect every single time, twice in a row from that purple fan, just dealing so much damage and getting them able to pick up the kill. And KLA, a team we haven't seen too much come out, but look at how stacked they are in the loot department. We see some gold soul jades, a bunch of purple ones, 2 gold weapons, and purple armor for all of them. They are going to have a very big advantage into this fight here against WBG. And I can't wait to see how this composition is going to play out, especially against the Sand Siphon, as we're going to see that ultimate coming out right away here, bringing that F back in. Matari ult is also going to get invested here. Bunching up all of these players is going to be very difficult to try and hit that with the Zai ult, and getting that F2 or the V2 ult off the burn damage is going to be able to deal so much if they're able to connect with it here. But the Clinks keep coming out, able to catch Sleepwalker out with it once here, but not being able to deal too much. Able to hit a couple of times, but this Takeda just playing a super good peel game for the rest of these players, as it looks like 17S is going to be taking a lot of damage right now, needs to back off pretty quickly. Baiji now taking a decent amount of damage too. That gold pole sword just dealing so much now. Sleepwalker already out. Aciao now taking a lot from the Flamebringer. 17S coming back around. QGG is going to be going down as well. It's now a 2v2 here. The overhold comes out into the 1.0 from Baiji, backing off, but the parry, huge parry coming out, taking out Aciao, and now it is a 2v1 situation, and CXZ with that gold pole sword. 2 gold pole swords for one team, taking out WBG in the Realm of Yang.
Beautifully done there. It looked as though it was gonna go in the other team's favor, but they somehow managed to clutch it up there. He did an extremely good job of fending off that Zai. The Tumult ult was placed extremely well as well. The Zai was struggling so much to actually get value out of the ultimate, and at the end of it, didn't really manage to get much out of it, but they did burn pretty much everything from that team. But now taking a look at OUG and TE, Han with that V1 is going to be able to stun these players. SS getting cooked as well. You already been taken down. Han now trying to send out those spear bonks. Both of these teams are going to get locked down by the Tessa ultimate. SS does go down though. It looks as though TE is going to be able to clean up this fight. Looking pretty cooked for OUG, unfortunately, but he's fighting his heart out. The King, he's trying to make something happen. The 1v3 from the Wuchen. It would be legendary, but unfortunately, it is not going to happen. And TE are going to pick up another 3 eliminations for themselves. And here they are. They were sitting down below in that bottom 6 bracket, but already 8 eliminations on the board. They are making their way into qualification for sure. Unfortunately, though, for J-Team, they haven't picked up a single kill this game, and they've already been fully eliminated. Not a good start. Not a good start if you're sitting in 18th place for 20 points.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best that they can do. Obviously, with these new players coming into the team, they have to work on their synergy. Lee, the OG 2-time world champion for J-Team, is one of the only remaining players that was on that original team that was able to win. And these new players are not really adapting to playing together. Their synergy just isn't there yet. Hopefully they can work on adapting, and they will be able to figure it out and change up their style to come and put a few more points on the board by the end of this season. If not, we always got next season, and next year there's always time to improve. Lots of these teams, like KLA, when they first came out, we didn't really think of them as a very powerful team, and now they're doing absolute numbers, as well as WBG coming out here into this game. We are going to see Baiji taking a decent amount of damage here, protecting themselves with that Tumult ult. Sleepwalker able to put some space between them and KLA. Now they are down that 1 ultimate. They still have 2 on the board. CXZ as well, using that ult from KLA. QGG here is going to try and take Aizen down. Aizen getting very, very low in HP, as we are going to see BaiG now taking a lot of damage. They're going to try and take Aizen out. Having that healer gone into the fight is going to be crucial for them. Aizen now down. Going to try and take BaiG out as well. And with that Yang depletion timer, they are not going to be able to revive them. They can buy them back, but BaiG goes out as well. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. KLA taking out WBG, stopping their advance to try and make it into the top 12. 6 kills on the board going out at this point in time is not going to be terrible for their first game. They are still going to be warming up a little bit, as we're going to see a little bit of a replay from KLA's first Realm of Yang that we did not get to catch earlier against Alliance. But yeah, having WBG, they're going to need to make up a lot of those points coming back into these next 5 games after this.
Absolutely. Taking a look at this replay, unfortunately for Alliance, they've not really been able to find all that much value out of this Tianhai ultimate, but as I say that, they do manage to secure one grab. CXZ getting locked down and slammed, taken out, but Alliance Bow coming out of that ultimate with no armor and very little HP. It is going to be tough to disengage and avoid this Zai, who's just running onto him. The F3 is ready to come out at a moment's notice from the Zai. Here it is. The Yueshan is trying to make something happen, is trying to prevent this Zai from getting all that much value, but it's extremely difficult when Zai is just able to move around so much and isn't actually standing in place. Now, Revenge had been trying to get this Kurumi tether onto Bo and potentially get that resurrection, but unfortunately not able to do so. Lane getting taken down extremely low the moment that he comes out of that ultimate as well, but they opt to switch targets over to that Kurumi to make sure that the healer doesn't have another opportunity to try and res or use that very valuable F3 that we've seen get so much value in the past. Lane, though, he does get cooked. He almost takes down QGG, but unfortunately just wasn't able to do it. What are we doing here? We're playing Sonic over here, I guess. KLA dropping the money for his teammate in a random line instead of just standing still. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Exactly. But yeah, KLA looking really strong in this game. And you know what else is worth noting here? The fact that it's 8 minutes left of the game and we've got 16 players alive. There is not all that many teams left. A lot of teams have been fully eliminated from this lobby already. That's kind of insane. Kind of insane. There's only 4... Wait, no. How many teams? No, there's quite a few. There's more than 4.
16 divided by 3.
Yeah, my brain doesn't work right now. Like 5 and a bit.
Caster's doing math. Ladies and gentlemen,
5 and a bit.
16 divided by 3.
So I think it is... It's 5 and a bit. 5 teams and then 1 solo. And I think that 1 solo might be 5-1. Because 5-1... Ah, look there. Exactly. I was exactly right. 5-1 had 1 member left alive on the team, the Wu Chen, after his Viper got jumped out of that bush. I'm not sure if he's actually managed to find the rebirth charm. It's rather difficult to find those on your own. And there it is, Unique, the 1 player left alive on team 5-1, stuck in the middle of everyone. Oh my lord, he is about to get lit up by TE, trying to disengage here. Pulls back the ultimate. Gonna be relocating it somewhere else. And he's just not managed to find the money so that he can get the rebirth charm, unfortunately.
Yeah, and this late in the game, the rebirth charms are usually pretty sold out. Yeah,
that was... See, the thing is, though, so recently when I casted the Trios scrim for EU, I saw that there was a crazy amount of rebirth charms just in the game. For some reason, I felt like there was definitely more than there used to be. But look at Unique trying his heart out, trying to stay alive. The bomb dodges coming through, but it's just not going to be enough.
Hey, he put up a very good effort to be able to dodge a lot of those shots and stay alive as long as he did, but doesn't really change too much in these standings as 5-1 is going to go out. Still holding that 12th place spot, but Alliance and 5-1 definitely in a risky situation with TE. 8 kills on the board, having an absolute phenomenal game. 9 kills for KLA and 8 kills for TE. So these are the top 2 placed teams right now, if you're looking for game number 1 standings, not the overall standings. And if TE is able to take these 8 kills a little bit further, place in the top 3, pick up a couple more kills, they are definitely going to be surpassing 521, as they are only 2.9 points away from getting that 12-point marker and about 10 points away from passing Alliance in that 11th place spot. Bauda, another team, they're doing all right, but they do only have 38.5 points, so they're going to need to try a little bit harder, and that is something you don't want to see happen, especially if you are trying to grind back to get into that top 12. Bauda's Jing getting dangerously low here as all of these players see it. The Tessa Charm coming out from above, and it looks like GG is going to send that Tessa Charm out, absolutely griefing the game and giving CXZ 1 kill here. Bauda is going to lose one of their players, and Yiran is going to end up going down to Team GG with a bow shot from downtown. And the last player of Bauda, Peak, is going to go down to CJS with the bow as well. GG picking up a couple of these range shots and coming away with 2 kills. Good way to pick up a couple of these third-party place kills for them, and a beautiful Tessa ult to facilitate all of that damage.
Indeed, you're absolutely right. And unfortunately, Bauda just absolutely cooked, and now we are down to 4 teams left alive. KLA, GG, TE, and EWG. And CXZ, though, oh my good lord, he's just stuck on the buttery rocks, stuck with that V3, preventing him from using that ultimate, but somehow manages to get it off. I think he must have Phantom Step in his inventory. He may have been able to do it with the Phantom Steps that avoids the Viper ultimate line of sight, as if you go invisible, Viper's ultimate does not work on you, but it looks as though the cooldowns that they had to use to stay alive there are going to cost them the game, and 2 of them, in fact all of them, are going to be eliminated now. And on a 10-kill game, that is not what you want. You definitely want to be coming away with that first place finish, or at the very least the second place, so that you can get the most number of points, as you get a much better multiplier for your kills when you get a higher placement.
Yeah, the use of the Matari ult a little bit prematurely there to try and save them from the crisis that they had put themselves into ended up being their downfall, as they were not able to escape the wrath of Team GG, who is starting to come up as well. TE as well, putting in a lot more points. EWG now on the back foot, have that Takeda ult popped, but now are going to be taking a decent amount of damage from Team GG. The Tessa Charm coming out from long range, giving them a decent amount of damage onto 14 and to EWG 9, forcing them to pop that Takeda ult. They are going to be able to get that reset, but not having the Takeda going into this final fight is going to be very dangerous for them, as we are Circle 6 closing in onto Circle 7 as we speak, with 2 minutes left in the game. Only 3 teams left are going to be battling it out. And yeah, this new patch has definitely been a lot faster paced in these games, as we usually see a couple more teams into these final fights. Is EWG gonna lose a player to Team GG right now? And the Tessa Charm's coming out, saving 14 from almost certain destruction there. Is gonna get charmed, but the Tessa, the Wuchen port is gonna come out. We're seeing all the ultimates getting popped now. TE on the back foot, gonna pop the Viper ultimate. Huge parry gonna be coming out from LXM. Han trying to make something happen with the Viper ult, is not gonna be able to connect onto anything, as GG now cleaning up the lobby, taking out the last member of EWG, one of the remaining members of EWG, and I believe there are 2 members of TE left and 1 member of EWG, GG being the only full team left on 8 kills. This is almost certainly going to go to them.
Hey, you say that, I mean, TE is sitting on 10 eliminations. If they're able to stay alive, and if they're able to clutch it up, maybe they could make it work. But as you said, GG is doing an extremely good job here. All 3 members still standing strong, and they're turning their gaze onto TE's Han, and Han is going to be taken down here. Now it looks as though it's just cleanup duty for GG, and there it is. GG are going to be coming away the MVPs of this first game, ladies and gentlemen. That was the first game. That felt really quick, I have to say.